Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back with a shorter video today. I'm just going to do a quick segment rather than go over the entire Milan Mercato that will be upcoming in summer. I kind of just want to talk about something even though we're not done with the season yet, as far as what we need to look forward to, and right now I'm going to lower it down to right wing. I personally think that we really need to focus on either a right wing or an attacking mid. I think ideally a right wing is where we need to be at, because we may even change formations to a 4-3-3, which I actually think is what we should do, that we have Adli and Pobega coming back to the team. So I think that that's exactly what to do, especially if we go after Renato Sanchez. Our midfield is going to be quite stacked. Even forgetting Kessié, we will have more than enough good talent there to make a 4-3-3 work. You've got Leao or Rebic on the left, your striker situation, which I'll do a different video on in the future, and then your right wing, which is definitely going to be our biggest gaping hole in attack. So I wanted to talk today about, should Milan go after Domenico Berardi? Whoever has been following the channel here, I do thank you guys for your support. I know there's not a ton of people, but hey, you got to start somewhere. I do think that Berardi is probably and has been my top choice for Milan. There are several reasons, and some will be known and some we'll kind of discuss today. Pretty much his value is going to be somewhere around 30. If you look to where, transfer market, if you look at some of the recent links, every once in a while they've tried to boost it to 40, but generally his value is going to be around 30 million euro. It hopefully can be worked down a little bit if we do some good dealing. Who knows, maybe we can even toss in some type of a guarantee or something for Gianluca Scamacca, who I like, maybe for the future, doing a deal with saying, hey, keep him for a year, we'll take him next year, but we'll do the deal for Berardi right now. We could work some really good business with Sassuolo, and I think that's actually a very good choice for us to maybe work a deal for Scamacca in the future down, just so we give Sassuolo some guarantees. Either way, I think that at 30 million, it is a good fair valuation. I'd love to see it come down a little bit, more towards about 25. At that point, I think it'd be a great investment for us. I like Berardi for a few reasons. One, and probably the most important, is that he's ready now. He is at a prime age of 27 years old. He is ready to contribute right now. And if you look at where we're at, Milan has made a lot of good youth investments. We have a lot of guys like Rafael Leao, who's very, very young. We have Theo Hernandez, who's young. Mike Maignan, who, while he's not, super young, is still quite young for a goalkeeper. Tomori. So we actually have a very, very young team. Tonali, Benacer. You go across the board, Milan's a very young team with a ton of talent ready to go. We brought in Ibra, we brought in Kjaer, we brought in Giroud to give us that experience, to give us those guys who have been there, done that, and who can actually contribute to us in a different way. Because if you look at Milan, besides Ibrahimovic, we've won nothing. Like, nobody on Milan has won something significant, barring like Gianluigi Donnarumma, who's no longer here. But that was a one-time quick thing in Euros, so it's not like he had been just a linchpin forever. We didn't have any champions, and we still don't, besides Ibrahimovic and Giroud. So that's something that Milan needs. And while Berardi is not a champion, he is a guy who's ready now. Yes, he's won Euros, so he has that, but he's been on the national team for a while. He's been up there as a key figure for them, scoring national team goals, playing on the big stage. He is much more mature now than he was when he was in his younger years, and he is the captain and has been the captain of Sassuolo. So in these times ahead, we're going to be losing Ibra. I don't know if it's going to be this year or if he's going to stay for one more year. I hope he stays one more year just as a backup option, but we're going to be losing him at some point here coming soon. And you really need some type of a captain figure in the front line. Our midfield will be fine. Our defense will be fine. I mean, maybe Romagnoli stays, maybe he doesn't. I'm not sure. I hope he does. But we need some type of a leader up front, especially if Ibra is going to be gone at some point here. And Berardi can give us that. Domenico Berardi is a team leader, he is a goal scorer, he is a penalty taker, he is a free kick taker. You look at all those roles that he fills, it's excellent. Plus, he has a great eye not just for goal, but he has a great eye for the assist. And that's exactly what our guys are going to be looking for. You look at a guy like Ibra, you look at a guy like Giroud, and you look at a guy who I would consider for a striker, Belotti. They're all people who really prey off of good service. Without good service, they're probably not going to be that good. I mean, Belotti is better because he works harder as far as that stuff goes, but still, with the strikers we have, good service is everything, and Domenico Berardi can deliver a pinpoint ball, great crosses, excellent at beating his man, great trickery, and links up very, very well with attackers and strikers. So he's pretty much the ideal option, because if you look at the left side, you've got this young, fast, dynamite kid in Rafa Leao, who's maybe not as technical and precise, but he's more raw and a fantastic athlete. But he's got a ton of skill waiting there, and he's finally blossoming. And then you've got your experienced veteran on your right side with Berardi, who's ready to go, who has a little bit more technique, a little bit more, I guess, precision, and is a little bit more technically sound as far as his shooting aspect goes, as far as, curling the ball in and crossing. So it's a really good combo. And while Domenico Berardi doesn't have amazing pace, he's not slow, and he can beat his man just with trickery, and he's done it a lot. So you kind of give a different look, because it's not just like you have two Leao clones. You have a difference there, and I think that actually works very, very well in a team. And so he would be by far my ideal option. So if we could get him for a little bit less, I think it is an absolute no-brainer for us. He brings quality, class, a team leader, and truthfully, it's nice to have an extra Italian on the team. As people know, I really do appreciate having a couple good quality Italians in the team. I think it helps make Milan Milan. Is it 100% necessary? A lot would say no. I think it actually is, but that is kind of aside from it. I just think he actually fits with who he is and where he's at in his career right now. We could be tempted again to go with a younger option. A lot of people are tossing around the name Noah Lang, as well as many others. I actually like Noah Lang, and I think if we go with a younger option, that would be my choice. He's similar. He's going to be about a 25 million or so investment, so costs should be pretty dang similar. They may, because oftentimes Italian teams like to charge other Italian teams crazy prices, they may want to charge more for Berardi, but in general, Lang is valued around a similar price. Now, he is younger. I believe Noah Lang is 22 and Berardi is 27, so that is 5 years, which is a pretty good distance. But he's also playing in the Belgian league, and you can really take that for what it is. I like his skills. I think he'll do very, very well, but you never know. It's still a question. We don't know if Lang is going to be a stud here or not. You know Berardi is going to guarantee you goals. He's going to guarantee you assists. I would just like to take a minute before we wrap this up and give you some of his recent stats over the past 3 seasons, because consistency is key. So if we look back in the 2019-2020 season, Berardi contributed in just Serie A. I'm not talking about the Coppa Italia. I'm just going to go with Serie A. 14 goals and 10 assists. Now that is a pretty excellent contribution rate. He played in 31 games, so he didn't even play in all the games there. So he's contributing in about at least half the games there, if not more, which is pretty impressive. If you look at that, he's contributing in around 21 goals there out of 31 games. Pretty dang good. All right, and then we move on to his next year. So he was at 14 and 10, and now in the 2020 and 2021 season, Domenico Berardi then moves up to getting 17 goals and 8 assists. So he's bumped up the goals by a few goals, dropped on the assists by a couple. So he has a total of, if you look there, 25 contributions together, and he only played 30 games. So pretty dang good once again, and also quite consistent. And then you look at his most recent season, which is the current one we're in, and already he has 10 goals and 12 assists. So he already has 22 contributions, and he's only played 23 games. So you look at how much he's produced over the past 3 years consistently. You have a guaranteed double-digit goal scorer every single year, approximately double-digit assist getter every single year, and a captain who can take free kicks, who can take corners, who can actually assist the ball and not just deliver junky crosses. This is the guy 100%. If cost can come down a little bit, we go here 100%. We don't need a younger guy. We have a very young team. We need experience, and we need somebody who's ready to go and knows the league. Domenico Berardi, in my opinion, is the guy 100%. I would like to hear some other opinions on if people think that this is not the guy, and for what reasons. All discussion is welcome, and honestly, I love it. So if you guys have any thoughts or questions, concerns, pop them down below. I'll be back for another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.